Hi, I'm Harriet Tucker and I'm the news reporter for Torbay local newspaper. And today we will be speaking with the owner of Riviera Mortgages, Colin Tucker.
Good morning.
So, Colin, you are working from home, so how is that?
Well, as you can hear, the dog is barking his head off. It's different working from home. It's the first time I've ever worked at home, ever.
Okay.
So it's the practicalities of having all my work in a small confined environment as opposed to the office in Walnut Road.
Oh, okay. So, does this affect your employees?
Yes, it does, because again, we're not all in the same office.
Yeah.
So normally we would all be sat in the same office so we can chat and communicate and talk about the work we're doing on a daily basis. But at the moment it's all remote, so you feel slightly isolated as an individual. And I do forget, and as they do, we do forget to communicate. So we must remind ourselves to have our Zoom meetings or WhatsApp phone call meetings. But it's odd.
Oh, okay. All right. I have heard you have children. So how would that work then with your children? Like, do they get up, do their work, or how does it work?
Yeah. So it's a challenge.
Okay.
So last week was our first week of isolation.
Okay.
And it was a bit easier because I had my wife at home, Corenza, but she's a nurse at Torbay Hospital, so she's now gone back to work. And because we're on half term, Harriet and Archie don't have any online school learning.
Okay.
So trying to keep them two entertained and also do my day-to-day job is challenging. So I have to balance what I do in terms of my work and keeping them entertained.
Yes, okay. We have a couple more questions for you. Is it easier to work from home or is it harder?
There are bits at working, there's bits of working at home that are easy because of course I'm on hand to help with the kids, and that's really nice to be here. You know, I worked long hours in the office, so it is nice to be home early. It's less stressful, believe it or not, being at home with the children, and I get to spend time with all the family, more time than I would normally do. But it is harder in respect of trying to manage workload, phone calls, and just the practicalities of the day-to-day office.
Okay. Do you still have to go to work?
I do. I still visit the office, to check it's safe and that no one is broken in and damaged our premises, to check that it's secure, and to check, of course, that the post that we still get on a daily basis, deal with that, the postal matters. But yeah, so I still do go to work.
Okay.
But not as much now, because of course we're self-isolating.
Yes. So how often do you go to the shops?
Food shops. So we're trying our best at the moment to buy what we need. So we minimise going out. I tend not to go to the big supermarkets, your Sainsbury's and your Tesco's and Asda's. We've been going to St Mary Church, and we've been going to the local butchers in Plainmoor or in St Mary Church, and the local fruit and veg shops, so we can get what we need with the least amount of people around as possible.
Oh, okay. How are you in your house with supplies?
I think we are fine for supplies. We need more washing hand, soap. We definitely need more of that. We're good for toilet roll. We've got plenty of biscuits and crisps, haven't we? Not so much chocolate.
No.
We've been baking cakes, so we've been good. In terms of food, we'll be having pizza for tea tonight.
Oh, okay. I bet
Tomorrow we're going to have casserole. I'm going to cook a casserole. And then after that, we probably do need to go to the shops to organise some more food.
Okay. I think we have a couple more questions. In your house, how have your family decreased the chance of the COVID-19?
So for a start, we don't go out so much.
Yeah.
When we do go out, we tend to go out either first thing in the morning to walk the dog or last thing at night, so we minimise human contact. With Krenza being a nurse, she's installed a new rule for us.
Okay.
So we're only allowed outdoor clothes, and we have to change when we come in, and then we have indoor clothes. And we wash our hands every time we go out and every time we come back in. Other than that, I'm not sure what else we're doing.
Okay, so how do you remember what clothes are outdoor and what clothes are indoor?
It's a really good question. What we should be doing, and we're not yet doing, is we should have, by the front door, we should have a pile of clothes that are outdoors and indoor clothes, so we regularly can monitor that.
And change. Have you ever needed to go outside for exercise or anything?
We've been on bike rides, which we've done a couple of times. We've done some walks, and by ourselves and also with the dog.
What's your favourite thing about self-isolating?
I think it's being able to be enforced, but a positive being forced to spend time with the family without the stresses of day-to-day work. I have to see Harriet and Archie all the time, and that's lovely.
Okay, so I think that will be all. We will now head over to Jeremy, who will be doing the weather. So we'll see you there. Bye-bye.